What is going on out there, YouTube? Welcome to the Zorbaverse. Today, it's been a good minute, but we have for you a new installment of how to play the Bazaar. We're going to try to make this one kind of quick for you guys. Let me fix the webcam. We're still having issues, and we're hoping that Santa Claus is nice enough and kind enough to bring us a new one, if I was a good boy. Well, welcome to the stream, welcome to the Zorbaverse, welcome to the Bazaar. This, if you're unaware, is a game made by a former pro Hearthstone player, Reynad. Pretty infamous guy here. Out there, I got images of him here. This guy here, founded Tempo Storm, big esports team, professional. He played poker, he played Magic. He played Hearthstone professionally, won a bunch of tournaments, decided that he wanted to make his own card game. He was getting a little salty with all these other games, and for good reason, because let's be honest, like if you're in the same boat as Reynad and I, we both were getting kind of sick of the card games and the same typical, I don't know, it's almost, I hate to use the word cash grab, but it's sort of a cash grab, you know what I mean? They release expansion after expansion, overpowered cards after overpowered cards. The game continuously becomes more and more unbalanced. The rules start feeling kind of janky. Long story short, he said, you know what, I think I'm going to try to make my own card game. I've been playing card games all my life. I think I might know how to do this. Here we are, 6 years later. It's the Bazaar. And lo and behold, it's not even a card game, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't even a card game. You're like, oh, what is it? I can show you. There we go. Let's click play. This is currently in closed beta. You can get in with a Founders Pass. They have different tier Founders Passes that you can buy. Cheapest one, 33 USD. It's really not that bad, if you ask me. So, we're going to play some normal free play here. We're going to go ahead and pick Dooley. He's my favorite hero in this game. Yes, there are heroes. Right now, we got Pygmalion, we got Vanessa, and we got Dooley. Dooley here is he's my favorite one. So we're gonna rock Dooley for this brief little tutorial. So I click play, we're jumping in. This is what they like to call in this game a run. We're about to go on a run. Now a run, basically I'll show you over here on this wheel here. If I show you time and day, it is currently hour 0 on day 1. So this is the very first day of the run. As we progress throughout the day, you know, your hours are going to increase. At the end of, I think it's 6 hours? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At the end of 6 hours, the day ends, and you basically, at the end of the day, we're going to fight a real player. So if you guys are familiar with roguelike games, if you're familiar with, let's say, like, Slay the Spire, right? Imagine, if you will, Slay the Spire, right? You're building your deck, you're playing some bots, you're getting stronger, you get more powerful, you want to get your way to the top of the spire to fight the final boss. You're having a lot of fun. It's a good time. Your deck's getting stronger, your hero's getting stronger. Imagine that, but with players thrown in the mix, like other real players, PvP matches in that tower along the way, right? And these players are doing the same thing that you're doing. They're going through encounters, they're going through merchants, they're going throughout their hours and their days, and they're building their hero. So this game you classify as a hero builder. That's what Reynad and Tempo Storm are trying to call this. So we'll get that out of the way. So here we go. We selected Dooley. We're going to go to the workshop. You choose an item and skill to start your journey with. It's as simple as this. Now, the most phenomenal part about this game, now if you guys hang out in the Zorbaverse on twitch.tv/Zorbavenger, if you guys ever hang out there and you see me play Magic, you see me play Hearthstone, you see me play Gods Unchained, you see me play quite a few card games. There's this thing I like to call the player that goes first wins. And that's like been something with a lot of card games that has been an issue. Just a simple interaction as that one player gets to go first, the other player gets to go second. A lot of games have tried to, fix that. Magic allows the player to go second to draw an extra spell off the top of their deck at the beginning of their turn. So essentially they're getting one more card. Does it help? That's debatable. That's debatable. When you go up against the mono red deck, typically, even recently now, it doesn't help you at all because on turn 2, turn 3, you're just dying because the red player was able to play their spell first. They were actually able to play their card first, get their card on the board first, and now you are always on a back foot having to respond to the player that went first. Hearthstone, they tried fixing this issue with the coin. If you guys are familiar with the coin in Hearthstone, player gets to go first. You guys draw the same amount of cards. Turn 1, player gets a crystal. They can play a creature, a minion. The player that goes second, what it does is it gives you a coin, which is essentially an extra mana crystal. So you get to start off with 2 mana, whereas player 1 only had 1 mana. And the game tries to catch you up that way by allowing you to play a bigger minion ahead of the player that went first. But does it help? That's debatable, because if you played Hearthstone again back in the day, the player that went first, if he's dropping a small pirate, or if he's dropping something on turn 1, a beast, anything like this, you're fucked, and you're always on the back foot, and you're always having to play catch up. So this game solves that by being an auto battler. So it's a hero builder and an auto battler at the same time, and you guys will see when we get into this first game if I would just stop yapping. We're gonna pick a core here. So Dooley, he likes to use these cores. We're going to go ahead and select the weaponized core. Now, if you're like, why did he pick that one? Out of the 3, we had shield, we had damage, and we had crit. I'm going to go with damage for this one because it's simple. We're going to be using weapons. This one is basically a 7-second cooldown weapon. When you scroll over the item, you can see everything. Deals 10 damage. Give weapons to the right of this, 5 damage for the fight. When you use any item to the left of this, charge this for 1 second. What's charge? Charge basically allows that cooldown to go through a lot faster for 1 second. Just 1 second. It'll think of it almost kind of like just like a speed bump. Not a speed bump, but a speed boost. So it's pretty good, and that's why they call it the core, because you like to sit it right in the middle of your board here, and maybe put some fast casting items on the left, and have the slower things on the right, or your weapons on the right, obviously, because you want to buff your weapons. So this game has a lot to do with board placement, item selection, all these kind of things. None of these skills seem to help me right now. Fiery, if we want to go with burn, we can go with burn. Rear shielding, if we want to go with shielding, we can go with shield. Toughness, your shield items have... Let's go with the generic toughness. It just gives me flat out plus 12 shield on my shield items. Now these down here by my Dooley are skills, and we acquire these again throughout the days, throughout the hours. We can purchase them, we can win them. Sometimes in a PvE fight, the monster will drop them. So here we're going through what these are called merchants or vendors, and we picked our weapon, we picked our skill. Now it's currently hour 1, day 1, and we're going to go ahead and go through this first hour by either buying a small item from Mandy, going to Pip and buying a bronze tier skill, or going to the racetrack and getting a haste item. Now I have 8 gold, which is right there in my stash. Plus 5, this is my income. This is the amount of gold you gain at the start of each day, accumulatively. So I have 8 gold. May as well go ahead and see what Andy has and get ourselves another item besides the core. We need something else. We're going to prepare for the next fight. And we got an Uzi. It's a 2-second cast. Does 2 damage. It's not bad. Can we use it? Sure. Let's go ahead and put it on the right side of this core. Now, we still have a few hours left in the day, and instead of looking at the battery and being, maybe I want it, or looking at the power sander, maybe I want it. Let's just say I decide I don't want these. I can re-roll up here from the merchant for 3 gold, and he'll give you a whole new line of items if I didn't like these. But it is 3 gold every time. And you can only do it once. At least in this merchant, you can only do it 1 time. So I'm going to go ahead and just snag the Uzi for now. Simple little weapon. Put it on the right side of the core. Okay, now we are on hour 2. This is hour 2. This is going to be a fight. These are not merchants. These are actually bots that we're going to fight in a PvE environment. there are cheat sheets and stuff out there that show you what they do, what they drop, how much health they have, and it's not against the rules to look at those. I actually kind of know what's going on here already, so I'm going to go ahead and pick... I'll pick the Kyber drone for now. I think this is the best one for my build. Because so this Kyber drone, here we go, auto battling. It's just taking place. I click play, and all these effects just take course on their own. I don't have to do nothing. I don't have to click nothing. I don't have to play nothing. I don't even have to read anything. I can if I want to. Obviously, like he's got a stinger, 9-second cooldown, deals 5 damage. It slows an item for 1 second. It has life steal. So we can't look at these, but I don't got to do anything. And this is one of the coolest things like I love about this game is just, especially when it comes out on mobile, like it's just gonna be a great time. Like, it takes the hassle away, it takes the headaches away, it takes the whole just players roping, right, on card games. All these like bad interactions that we get in card games just takes that away. Just takes it away completely. I love it. Okay, so we got a talisman that dropped from the drone. When you sell this, your leftmost item gains 5 crit. We'll go ahead and take that. Not a bad item. Doesn't really help us out too much, but... Okay, now we're on hour 3, day 1, continuing on through the day. And like I said, at the end of this day, we're going to fight a real player. So we're going to try to get the best build possible, going through these encounters, and trying to, yeah, like I said, get us the best build possible. Sitting on 9 gold, JJ sells items. Now, a strange mushroom, that could give us a few different things. I'll go ahead and tell you, spoiler alert, you can eat it, you can gain a skill, you can keep it, and I think you gain 1 XP if you keep it for luck. And there's one other thing that you can do with it, but it doesn't really help us out right now. I'm gonna go ahead and look at items. Being that the talisman, I'm gonna end up probably selling this. Doesn't really help us out, and neither do any of these items. Let's reroll. I'll show you how the reroll works. Here we go. Okay, we got ourselves a cheap little weapon here, laser pistol. So let's go ahead and we'll snag this. We'll put it on the right of the core.
How about this weather? Where? Oh, you're leaving.
I don't think we can use copper red or anything like that. Poison is another similar effect. So there's poison, slow, freeze, burn, damage, shield, haste, charge. All these key terms you're going to learn throughout the game. But for the most part, it's really easy. Don't let the game intimidate you, because this is actually a very simple game. If you're not, even if you're not into card games, like this is so much easier to learn than a card game. It may look intimidating, but it's really, really simple. Like I said, the game does it for you. You just got to read and position and place your and build your guy. Sells medium items, gain 1 XP, or we can find an abandoned chest. Well, being that I only have 4 gold, I don't think I'm going to go visit middle. So what I'm going to do is go to the lost crate. We find an abandoned chest. Now I can get 2 gold and 1 XP, or I can get a small or medium item. Let us... You know what? Let us take the gold and the XP. Doesn't seem too bad. And then we can add 5 crit to my leftmost item. Which one would we want to do? Let's go ahead and put it on the laser pistol. Mostly because it has a 5-second cooldown. You know what? I'm going to put the Uzi on the left of the core. So when you use any item to the left of this, charge it for 1 second. So this is going to go off 12 times every 2 seconds. So yeah, and it's going to help charge my core, and then the core is going to hopefully buff this laser pistol. And this is Vanessa. We're going up against Vanessa. This is a real player. It shows you the prestige and the gold bar and how many wins they have. They have none, so we're both pretty much equal here. Whew, talking your ear off. How long we've been? 15 minutes already. So I'm going to take you through a little bit of this run. Okay. So he has a cannon and he has an arbalist already. I don't know how he got that already. What the heck? That's enough to kill me right there alone. Just those 2 alone. So it is what it is. It is what it is. We're not down. We're not out. We haven't We're not finished with our run or anything like this. So what happens, this is good. I can show you what happens when we lose. When we lose, you lose prestige. So when you lose a fight against a player, you lose prestige equal to the day. If your prestige hits 0, your run ends. So that's how you lose. So right now that was day 1, I lost 1 prestige. I got 19 out of 20. If it's day 7, I'm losing 7 prestige. And that's how it works. Pretty simple. Get a shield item. Your shield items gain extra shield. Well, we don't have any. Your core gains 3 shield. It doesn't have shield. Your leftmost shield item, that doesn't help. And gain 2 XP. So let us... You know what? Let's take the shield item. It doesn't really help us out either. I mean, it doesn't hurt, but it's not the greatest item. So these are ammo items. This thing only has 2 shots and then it's done. This thing has 12 shots and then it's done. And there are ways to reload and get more ammo and stuff, but that's not really like... It's not my thing. That's not my thing. But for the sake of the video, we can keep it rolling. Okay. So now, as you can see, the day is over. We fought the player. That was day 1. We're finito. We lost prestige. We got what we got. Now we're on day 2. And then you just keep on rolling, baby. And we're going to get bigger, stronger, faster, hopefully. And, yeah. You continue, basically. The goal is to get 10 wins. 10 wins is your max. 10 wins says you're the champion. You did it. You made it all the way through. If you play ranked and get 10 wins, you get a shit ton of chests and skins and cosmetics and all these things. If you play in normal, you get a ticket, which a ticket enters you in to play ranked. And I also like that feature. I know not a lot of people like that. They give you 1 free ticket a day to play in ranked. But as of now, you earn tickets by getting 10 victories in normal. And that's a lot of what I'm trying to do because it's tough. It's tough. So we can get the spare change. We can go visit JJ. I'm going to go visit JJ. We need more items. We got a brick buddy here. We got the pulse rifle. Now the pulse rifle's really good, and it's going to be hard for me to say no to this. If I can get 1 friend, just 1 friend, and put this adjacent to the friend, this thing could pop off. So I'm going to go ahead and snag this. Just because it's a like I said, it's a good overall weapon. It sells weapons. You find an abandoned chest, get a small weapon. Let's go ahead and look at the weapons. We're still sitting on 8 gold. Okay. Here we go. Force field. Now force field is really good. We're probably gonna want to snag this. This is a large item. Every 4 seconds it shields, and then we deal damage equal to our shield. But I also have this toughness skill down here. We got in the very beginning where we get 12 shields. So let's buy this.
Go make some more stories, then come back and tell me.
Do we upgrade the pistol? You know what? I think I'm going to upgrade my pistol too.
Beautiful teacher, stillness.
Because why not? So an upgrade, if you didn't know, and you didn't see it, I just skipped past that. Basically, it gave my pistol more damage. I bought the same item. I made it go from bronze to silver. And there are rarities in this game. So you got bronze, silver, gold, and diamond, right? Diamond being the highest. So yeah. This is bronze. It's not so good right now. Etc, etc. You get the point. You get the point. You guys play games. Okay, now we're next to the boss fight. Didn't get a friend for my pulse rifle, which kind of sucks. Yeah, there's not much we can do besides work with what we have here. Okay, also on the boss fights, you get the giant mosquito. It shows you the rewards. This guy drops 3 gold. The next one is XP. It drops 2 XP for our leveling, which we also are now level 2. And then if I get 8 XP, I will hit level 3. And then it shows you the rewards. For leveling, you get 100 extra max health. You get 2... I'm not sure what the 2... I actually don't know what the other ones are trying to say that those are. Maybe cards? Or items? They're not cards in this game, alright? I still call them cards. They're items. But anyways, that's what you get. So we need 8 gold or 8 experience still to level. Yeah, let's go 10 City Mayor. I think 10 City Mayor might have some like pretty good. Yeah, it has the scrap. We can put the scrap on our shield item, maybe get some more shield. But it's a fun game, man. It's really a lot of fun. Like even right now, I click play. I can talk to the video. I can talk to you guys out there in the Zorbaverse. Yeah. I find it a lot of fun to stream. I find it a lot of fun to game. A lot of fun to play. And this is it. I'll take you guys all the way through to the next PvP fight. We'll see if we can get this dub for the sake of the VOD. But I just wanted to give you guys like a brief tutorial of the game. Like make it simple as possible. Show you step by step, by the way, that hey, like any of you guys can play this. You don't have to play card games. You don't have to be good at card games or anything like that. And even if you are good at card games, you probably are going to be that much better at this because it is very strategic in that manner. And if you're, you know, like me and you're in the pool of salt from the card games, you might want to gravitate over here to the Bazaar, man, because it's a good time. Think about it. We both go first. We both go first, right? Like I was talking about earlier about the player that goes first wins scenario. This game, we both go first. We go at the same time. Everything happens automatically. And I really like that. That's like some next tier level stuff, to be honest. All right. Dog is a friend, but he's also a weak dog. So when I sell a small item, he gets 6 damage, which is good. So we'll keep him here. And as you can see, now I get an extra multicast. And I would get another multicast. This thing would shoot off 3 times for having 1 friend on my board. Silver tier items. I mean, I'm pretty broke right now. Let's go. Yeah, let's do the mushroom. I'll show you guys the mushroom here. So we can gain a skill, we can gain more gold, or we can gain 1 XP. I'm gonna go for the gold. 2 to 4. How much does it give us? It gives us 3. I'll take it. Small items. Get some chocolate bars. Get 3 bronze here. So the chocolate bars, you basically get them. They throw them in your stash for you, or even on the board if you have space. And you consume those chocolate bars. You just sell them, you throw them away, and it gives you max health. So that's how you get health in this game, is chocolate. Okay, and then selling an item. You want to know how to sell an item? Simply go to the stash, hold this item. It shows you the little ticket down here that it sells for 1. This sells for 4. This sells for 2. That's their value. I'm going to throw it up here. Boom, I sold it. As you can see, I gained a gold coin because that was worth 1. And my dog got buffed because I sold a small item. And that's how that works. Everything just does everything on its own. You don't have to do anything. I mean, you play. You just play the game, which I love.
I would never debase my wares by haggling.
A water cooler really doesn't help my build. Yeah, let's go with a reroll. An upgrade on the Uzi. I gotta take this upgrade. I do. Alright. So there's a battery here. But we're not going to be able to buy that battery. I was thinking maybe we could just go back to the initial build of this, this, and this. We should probably just keep the shield, huh? What if we kept the shield? What if we just got rid of the core for now? Just as an example, I can show you guys. Well, no, that won't work either. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to use the core. And I'm going to put the Uzi on the left of this in hopes to charge it in hopes to buff my force field. And that's all we got. And that's what we got for this fight. Well, if you guys have made it this far in the video, I really do appreciate it. I hope I didn't talk too fast, or, you know, I know a lot of people, if I watch a lot of tutorial videos, sometimes I end up having to slow them down, and then sometimes I end up having to speed them up. So I hope this was a good pace. Let's fight this second player, and we'll call it a good video. for the Bazaar, ladies and gentlemen.
Go ahead.
Like I said, closed beta. You can get in if you get yourself a Founders Pass, which I highly encourage. It's a really good game, and congrats to Tempo Storm and Reynad. You guys, I think, are doing a great job. Here we go. Another cannon. I am on fire. The cannon has burned. I am still on fire. He's got a pistol with some ammo. I'm still on fire. So the burn is kind of like a continuously effective thing until it goes away. Yeah, GG. Dually, I should have maybe picked another different one. Not that Dually is bad, but Dually is really rough at the very first few days. You can't get discouraged. We're still in it. We can still turn this around, and I can still acquire very good items, very rare items. You never know what happens in the Bazaar. And we can get some really crazy level ups and turn it around completely and still turn this into a 10-win run. So, that being said, I appreciate everybody hanging out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope anybody that's in the Zorbiverse that's seen me play in the Discord or on Twitch, and you guys are kind of curious about, this game was confusing, or, you know, it's very intimidating. When you watch it right off rip, you're like, I have no idea what's going on. There's a lot of stuff happening. But hopefully, you know, this brief, I was trying to cut it at 25 minutes. This video will help you guys out and help you get started. And I hope to see you in the Bazaar. GG's, everybody. We'll see you out there on Twitch land. Oh, and get at me on X. x.com/Ananavelli. I don't have any cool emotes or animations or anything for that, but just find me out there, alright? Much love. Link to the game, to my X, and Twitch, all in the description, of course. And I have to throw in the plug. If you guys liked the video, hit the like. Much love. See you guys later.